Okay, we are back on the record in our trial matter. All parties are represented by counsel. We have all of our jurors and our alternates. Just as a reminder, I am going to, yes ma'am, juror in seat number 11 needs
I just need
a new pen, that's fine.
Do you have one?
Off the record, that was one of the notes that I told you we're going to get you copies of, and so.
Please pass that back.
That's a good sign. It means you're paying attention and taking notes. Okay, we're back on the record. If anyone else has a pen issue during the trial, please interrupt us. It is more important that you take notes to be able to facilitate your deliberations, and we don't mind stopping for a moment or two to get you a writing instrument. That being said, I do remind you, Officer Jones, you are still under oath, and Mr. Rowley, you can continue your examination, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Officer Jones.
Good morning.
I'm going to try to bring the tone down a little bit. No, I know this is difficult. And yesterday there were kind of some exchanges that I don't think any of us want. Fair?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I'd like to go back to the I was asking you questions about, looking for the fitting rooms in the walls, recall?
Yes.
And you had said something about you weren't looking for Spider-Man?
Yes, I wasn't. My focus is northbound. Yes, I may peek to the right at eye level or something like that, but my general focus as the DCO is forward and with my peripheral.
And then it was a little, the intensity was high yesterday. And when you talked about X-ray vision, were you talking about me having X-ray vision or that you don't have X-ray vision? I didn't quite catch that because it was heated.
Well, you mentioned that I should have known that she was in that fitting room. And I said, well, I didn't have X-ray vision. I couldn't have possibly known 100% that there's anyone in that fitting room.
Sure. And that's, we don't, as human beings, we don't have X-ray vision, right?
Right.
And that's why it's important to do that assessment of the background, correct?
Correct.
Knowing that the victim, that woman who you saw, beaten and bloody, that wasn't a good thing to see.
No, it wasn't.
But knowing that she's up there on the right, you were going up there, as you mentioned, to respond and to help her, yes?
Yes, we're trying to save her.
And as you were approaching, you were thinking that maybe the person who's hurting her was like to her right, or to your right, kind of in front of her, yes?
Yes.
So as you're preparing and you have that AR-15 and you're walking up, before you get there that you're going to be turning and making that right turn to help her and to deal with whatever the threat is, yes?
Yes, if the threat's in that out, yes.
And would you agree that if you had, as now you see her and you start moving fast, and we're going to get into the video here, that as you see her, that if you would have looked to the right, you would have seen fitting rooms and a big red sign, if you would have?
Well, objection. Locke's Foundation calls for speculation and assumes facts not evidence.
The objection is sustained. If you could just possibly rephrase it.
Okay. You've reviewed the video footage, correct?
Yes.
You're familiar with the scene, correct?
Yes.
You know now that it said fitting rooms there, yes?
Not where I identified the suspect, it was further to the right.
Correct, and that's my point. You identify, if you get up to the suspect and you're looking straight, it does not say fitting rooms there, correct?
Correct.
It says fitting rooms more over here, correct?
Correct.
So my question is, would you agree that as you're going up towards the victim, that if you would have looked to the right, you would have been able to see fitting rooms?
Yes, possibly, but once again, I'm focused on, once I see that victim, I'm thinking get to her.
I hear you, and we've talked about that. I'm saying if you would have turned right, it was right there for you to see, correct?
Well, again, objection, I think 352, I think it lacks foundation, calls for speculation.
The objection is overruled as the last question was phrased.
Yes.
Thank you. And your testimony has been that your focus was on that victim, correct?
Yes, for the most part.
Do you- Page 15. So were you looking down, were you looking straight, or were you looking down the aisles?
Objection big and ambiguous as to time.
Okay, sure.
Clarified, thank you.
At the as you saw, when the victim was identified and you started going towards the victim, at that point in time, okay?
When Officer Krause identified the victim or I identified the victim?
When you started walking towards where the commotion was and where the victim was, at that point in time, can we just capture that point in time?
Objection, I think it's big and ambiguous.
Overruled.
Just for clarification, so I believe there was two instances where a victim or where they may be was kind of mentioned. So at that first pillar where the lady crossed us,
Yes.
or the second time when I actually saw the victim when I came to a complete stop and then said she's bleeding. I'm just trying to ask which time.
Right, okay. When you slowed, like after you slowed down, after you slow down, right?
Which time? I slowed down 2 times. I'm sorry. I'm trying to just be clear. We slow down when the lady crosses our path. When I take point, we slow down there, and then I slow down the second time at the.
When you slow down the second time, before you see the lady covered in blood, that point in time, okay?
Okay.
Did you at that point fix on 12 o'clock and move towards her, or did you look down the aisles?
I'm not sure. I may have peeked right just at eye level down the aisle, but I'm not sure 100%.
Were you looking down the aisles as you were advancing? Because you passed that wall where the lady is, there's no aisle at that point, correct?
Yes, but I did look right briefly to see if it was when I thought it was the exterior wall, because I was looking at the wall as it continued.
I got you. So you got that wall right there before the lady comes out, correct? Because she comes out kind of behind that wall, yes?
Correct.
And we're going to look at it. At that point, you pass that wall. Now you have aisles, correct?
Yeah, there's tables and aisles and stuff like that, yes.
And those aisles, it's on the other side of those aisles where you see I'm not saying you saw it, but where we would see the fitting rooms, correct?
Not at eye level, you'd have to look up. So if I'm looking for someone down or on the ground or something in the aisle, I'm going to be looking straight. I'm not going to be looking up at the vent so to speak. I'm going to be looking straight ahead.
Okay, if you're looking down the aisle, could you stand up real quick?
Yes, sir.
So give us kind of the position you would be in with your, okay? So if you're coming down, or let's say I'm sorry, you're going to be facing,
On a switch sides.
let's face this way. You come right here.
Okay.
All right? And we'll call this an aisle. So come through and show us how you would look down the aisle. And then pause, please, when you look.
Objection vague and ambiguous is the time.
The objection's overruled.
Thank you. Okay, stand right there. Can you see there's a camera up there? With your peripheral vision?
It's blurry, yeah.
Okay, all right. And do you think if there was a big red sign there that you'd, huge, like the, say, 10 feet by 5 feet, big red sign that says fitting rooms, would you see that with your peripheral vision?
Again, objection lacks foundation, calls for speculation. It's also vague and ambiguous at the time. Is this some type of a recreation in court?
Well, yes, it is a recreation in court, to answer your question, but the objection
Then it's an incomplete, improper hypothetical.
The objection is sustained on the other basis, it calls for speculation. Can I see counsel at sidebar briefly? They might be able to speed this up.
Sure.
Come to order. Department A is again in session.
So,
One moment, Mr. Rowley.
yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead,
Thank
sir.
you. Rather than having you, I could have you come back down. Yeah, why not? Come on back. Back to that same, where you're looking down. And I know this is not the scenario that the Burlington Coat Factory.
Correct.
Right? But if you are looking right with your firearm, if there was a big red sign here that said fitting rooms, there would be nothing preventing you from seeing that. Would you agree?
It depends on my focus. So for instance, right now when I'm looking to the right and I'm looking, this individual right here, he's in focus, but say the exit sign, I know there's a sign there, but it's blurry. I couldn't tell you what it says if there was a sign right there. And the fitting room sign was high on the top of the wall. Like I said, my vision in a high stressful situation, your vision automatically gonna have probably a little bit of tunnel vision. So I'm looking for people. I'm honestly not looking for signs. So I'm looking down now for a suspect, a victim, something above me. If it's red, maybe I see the color, but I'm not distinguishing. Just like you. I'm sure if you look at him right now, you see the camera, but the camera's not in focus. Or if I look at the camera straight directly at the camera, the exit sign's not in focus. So I'm not gonna be stopping, hey, fitting rooms. Well, which way do the fitting rooms go? This and that.
But if you do know that there's a danger up in front of you to the right, and you're moving in that direction, situational awareness and being cognizant of the background and what the wall is,
Right.
you would want to look and evaluate that wall as you're going down it. Wouldn't you agree?
Right, but if you notice, that fitting room sign, going back and look at the video, the victims passed that.
I
The victim
understand.
itself, we passed the fitting room, if you look at it.
But did you know it was a fitting
Hold on, can the
room?
witness retake the stand?
Sure.
Sorry.
Yeah. But did you?
I did not. I'm saying going back and reviewing the film.
Right, going back and reviewing the body cam. The body cam catches the fitting room a lot, doesn't it?
Right, but that's
Objection vague and ambiguous, and I think it lacks foundation, calls for speculation.
Objection is overruled.
Well,
Bring the
which body
microphone
camera
down.
are we referring to? That's the
You-
problem. We've seen multiple
Yeah.
body-worn videos, so
Okay.
sure, some have, but not everybody's has. So
Let
let's
me
make
make-
sure we're very specific here.
Let me make it clear. You've reviewed everybody's body cam footage in your many weeks of preparation. True?
Yes.
And all of their body footage shows the fitting rooms, don't they? All their body cam footage. True.
Yeah, at some point we do see the fitting room in our body worn video.
And the eyes are much better than the body worn video, yes?
Objection, I think it would lack foundation, calls for speculation. It's an incomplete, improper hypothetical at this point.
The objection's overruled.
Well, also it doesn't depict where your eyes are focused. The body cam, it doesn't have focusing power. Like I can look at the jury box right here and I can focus on this lady right here and everyone else is blurred. The body cam doesn't do that. The body cam doesn't focus like that.
Correct, and your body cam, which captured the fitting rooms quite a bit, you agree with that, yes?
I have to go back and look, but I'm sure it catches it.
We will. That body cam is pointed straight in it.
What do you mean?
Well, I
It's
think the question is
pointed
big
from
and
your
ambiguous.
chest straight towards the
Objection
jury box.
overruled.
Well, I mean,
Big
I
and
didn't,
ambiguous
I
as,
didn't get a question, I'm sorry.
big and ambiguous as to time.
The objection is overruled.
Thank you.
I don't have a question, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Your body cam was focused straight, was the
Yes,
question.
as you were moving straight, correct?
I believe in some portions, but as you're walking, your normal gait, your body's gonna sway. And if I'm doing this, looking down, my body cam's gonna project straight up, but I could be looking down. That's why I'm saying, yes, it's a good visual and it captures everything, but it also captures things on my left side that I never saw at all.
I'm just gonna use the right, because that's how I do it.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got the rifle, and you're going down, and if you're looking right into those aisles,
Well, just
Your
let the record
head-
reflect when the
Can you let him
witness-
finish the question, please?
your
The
head,
court reporter can't get it all down.
if you are looking right, your head turning right is not going to see what the body cam footage is seeing in that moment where your head is turning right but your body is going straight. True.
Please wait for a moment, Officer Jones.
Yes, Your Honor, I want the record to reflect that the counsel is basically trying to simulate what Officer Jones was doing, and when he looked to his right, he was looking upwards above towards the top of the exit sign.
Well, he was giving a hypothetical of if you were walking this way and doing this,
Sure.
it was capable. So the objection is, well, I'm not sure if it was an objection or if you're just clarifying.
Just for the record, because I could see the eyes, and unfortunately the court couldn't, Your Honor, in all fairness.
Okay.
Why don't you stand over, go sit over there so you can see my eyes.
No,
It's okay.
He didn't have a problem. It was the court that wasn't able to see your eyes. So if you're asking me to go sit over there, that is what would resolve the issue, but I'm going to prefer to sit where I am. And you can answer the question, Officer Jones.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're quite welcome.
Could you repeat the initial question, please?
Sure. The point is that if your head's on a swivel and you're looking, your body cam isn't moving in the direction of your head. Fair?
Yeah, I guess you could say that, just depending on if I'm moving my torso, because I have a weapon. Yeah, remember I have a weapon, so as I move, I'm kind of canting my body as well.
So after they slowed down, you made sure, I know you testified yesterday that you were focused at 12 o'clock, but what you did was, after you slowed down, before you saw the lady, before you looked back and saw the lady covered in blood, you were looking down the aisles, correct?
Like I said, I may have peeked down the aisle, like very quickly, but my main focus was straight ahead and down to the right when I saw it.
I'd like to read from the FID statement, page 15, line 20 to 23.
One moment, please. Page 15, but it's going to have to probably be expanded.
Okay.
Mr. Petrorkis?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may, just one moment to look and read.
Okay.
I could read page 16, line 12, if defense would like me to.
That's fine, Your Honor.
So let me just interject. We don't have a question incorporated into the answer according to my. So I don't know if it makes more sense to read the question on page 14, lines 21 to 24, and then the relevant portion of the answer, lines 15 to the following page. Do you have any problem with that, Mr. Bajorkas? Because otherwise it doesn't have the full context.
I would agree, Your Honor. Thank you.
I need page 14. I'm trying to, for purposes of time. Okay. So page 14,
I would just read the question.
line 21.
21 through 24, and then jump to the portion of
Gotcha.
the answer that's applicable.
Perfect. So your FID statement, that is, that's done in the evening, correct?
Yeah, we started that night.
So the Detective Bunch, and who is Detective Bunch?
He was a detective for the FID, or Force Investigation Division.
And they're doing this investigation into everything that happened, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So Detective Bunch asks you, okay, and then after entering the location, can you tell me again, or in a little more detail, what observations you made? Anything that you heard upon entering? William Jones, your answer. As I'm going up the stairs, I hear officers in commotion. Like we see him, We see him over to the right or something like that. And as I'm coming to the top, I see them start to walk. But going back to the training I had, I was like, hey, they always said, put the long in front, put the long in front. You can take point in that way because it's a bigger area and it's just a better weapon for a threat if it's active shooter threat. So I said, I pulled them back because they started to walk forward. So I pulled them. I kind of pulled them back like, wait, 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 let me get up front, let me get up front. And then we were kind of in, I guess, a diamond situation, diamond formation. I didn't turn around and look behind me, but we started walking, advancing towards towards where we heard all the commotion and where they said that they, the suspect or whatever. And then I heard a voice say, slow down, slow down. So I kind of slowed down and made sure I was looking down the aisles. And when I looked back up, that's when I saw a lady covered in blood. Detective Bunch. His question to you. As you're moving down the aisle and looking down the aisles as you just told us, did you see any other individuals? No. I just saw the lady coming out and she had blood all over her face and head. And I thought she had been shot. So I went to the aisle because she kind of looked back down the aisle. So I assumed the suspect may be that way. So when I made it to the aisle and I turned, I saw him right there and he had whatever it was down by his side. And he started coming up and kind of moved, and that's when I came up on target and shot, because I thought he was going to come after her or me or shoot us. So you told Detective Bunch that you were looking down the aisles. After you, right? You're looking down the aisles.
Objection, I think, on the states that what Mr. Sweat.
The objection is sustained if you'd like to rephrase it.
Did you tell Detective Bunch that you slowed down and made sure you were looking down the aisles?
I think it's maybe misstating my words on there, but yes, like I've said in here, yes, I peek down the aisle, but I'm not looking at the,
Please read what's underlined right here.
So can I have a portion of what he's asking?
Yep, line 21 to 22,
So,
this sentence. So,
so I kinda slowed down and made sure I was looking down the aisles.
okay, that's the sentence.
yeah,
Aisles, plural, correct?
yes,
You didn't say you looked down one aisle, correct?
yes,
You told Officer Bunch you were looking down the aisles, yes?
yes.
Thank you. Exhibit 20-1, please. So tactical de-escalation techniques, you've been trained consistent with this, yes?
Yes,
Would you agree that you were trained to shout out the threat in the word gun if you see a gun?
when feasible, if time allows.
So the answer is yes.
Yes, when feasible, if time allows.
You never shouted gun before or after you fired your shots, did you?
No,
No one shouted gun, did they?
no,
So persuading a suspect to voluntarily comply may mitigate the need to use a higher level of force, correct?
yes,
And you agree that, as awful as it is, if someone is beating another person with a deadly weapon, and there is 15 feet between the victim and the person who is just hitting them, that, if feasible, you want to give that person the option of putting their hands up, getting on the ground, of surrendering, yes?
well, if the officer believes that's what's going on at the time, and he has time, then yes, but that's not what I believe was occurring at that time.
Well, one thing we haven't talked about, Officer Jones, is that you were confused when you entered that store. You believed that the calls about a man with a bike lock and the calls about a shooting were different situations, correct?
Objection, question, I think Wax Foundation calls for speculation, it's also compound as well.
How does it lack foundation or call for speculation? These were calls that came forward or were heard by this officer, and he's asking whether or not this officer was confused by that. So what's the lack of foundation or speculation?
Again, Your Honor, I think he had a premise in his question, and then he asked the question, so it's compound. The premise of the
I didn't ask
aspect...
about the compound question part of it. Your objection asked about the other two parts.
And I understood, if the first part in my mind, it lacks foundation, calls for speculation.
The premise of the question? Okay, let me look at it. Hold on.
I'm going to rephrase it.
Okay.
It was your belief that the assault with a deadly weapon call involving the bike lock was a separate incident, different than the multiple calls that involved shots fired, true?
I thought it could be separate incidents, they could be combined. I mean, I didn't have any of the facts and I hadn't verified anything, so I wasn't sure. Like I said, he could have a bike lock and a gun. It could have been all the totality of one incident.
In the FID investigation, you said that you did not hear any broadcast at any time with information related to a bike lock prior to the officer-involved shooting, true? Other than the first radio call.
Objection, Your Honor, I think it's improper at this point.
Objection overruled.
Could you repeat the question?
Sure. Other than hearing that first radio call, the first one, involving the comments of a bike lock. You told the FID that you did not hear any other broadcasts at any other time with information related to a bike lock prior to the shooting, true?
I'm not sure, you'd have to refresh my memory, but I do remember hearing about the bike lock, but we take it in totality. Like, just because one thing may be true doesn't mean the other can't be true as well.
I'd like to read from his FID statement, page 149, line 11, to page 151, line 5.
One moment.
Could you repeat those pages and numbers?
Sure. 149, line 11, to 150, line 6, sorry. Right.
4911.
Yeah. Yeah, next page, line 5.
Okay, thank you.
May I, Your Honor?
I'm still reading.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's impeachment, but
Okay, the objection's overruled. You
Thank
can
you.
read it.
So Detective Bunch asks you the question. We'll read along.
Yeah.
So Detective Bunch's question. Okay. And if I'm understanding correctly, it was your belief that the ADW call involving the bike lock was a separate incident, different than the multiple calls that involved shots fired. William Jones. Yes, sir. I thought it was probably just coincidence that these things are happening on Victory. But I thought they were separate, or I thought it was a mistaken, like you know, comment. Like if you get shots fired, but then end up being fireworks, or if you see something and it ends up being something else. Detective Bunch. Other than hearing that first radio call involving the comments of a bike lock, did you hear any other broadcasts at any time with information related to a bike lock prior to the officer-involved shooting? William Jones. I didn't. I don't recall hearing any other radio calls for a bike lock. Detective Bunch. Did you hear any officers make any broadcasts about a bike lock? William Jones. I don't recall hearing any other. So what you told FID when you're being investigated is that you thought that the calls for the shootings and the calls for the bike lock were separate, and the fact that they were both about Victory was coincidence. That's what you said, true?
Yeah, yes, in the beginning.
And then you told him, and I didn't hear any other calls about a bike lock other than that, just that initial one, true?
I said I didn't recall. Like you said in the beginning, when you're gathering all the information, of course, later on I know there was a bike lock and I heard bits and pieces, but at that time, as it was happening, I didn't recall it.
You knew when you were given that FID statement that your job was on the line, didn't you?
objection 352, relevancy.
Objection's overruled.
At that point, I wasn't worried about my job. I just found out that 2 people had died.
Wouldn't you agree that saying, well, I thought they were separate calls, and I thought it was responding to a shooting call, and I didn't hear any other calls, or I didn't hear the officers' calls about the bike lock, that might give you more justification for believing this was a shooting incident that then can justify your actions?
objections compound 352, Your Honor. It's also argumentative.
Overruled?
No, because it doesn't give time to when I thought these things. It doesn't say, hey, when you entered the store, did you still think it was only a shooting? This is when I initially heard that call. It doesn't necessarily give my time and my thought perspective behind it.
You're meeting with FID and you're saying, I thought they were separate calls. Isn't that true?
That's been asked and answered. Move on, please.
Other thing about shouting gun, you didn't even shout gun after the shots, did you?
No, shooting someone is a very traumatic situation. I didn't shout gun, he was down.
Well, a person can be down and still have a gun and still shoot after they're down. We've seen that, haven't we?
Yes, but
Okay,
at that time
so-
I didn't think it was necessary to shout gun again or gun at that time.
You have your partners that you were worried about all these other officers that were coming in, and if he had a gun and they're coming around and he's still got a gun, wouldn't you want to warn them?
Well, when he was down on the ground as I was approaching, I didn't see a gun in his hand at that time.
Okay. I'm going to pull up Exhibit 118, which this is a new exhibit, but we've agreed to its admission. There will be a few of those, Your Honor. There'll be stills with words on them.
Hold on one moment. I have your next order is 116. Do you have,
I have 116s too, but I'm going to 118 first.
hold on one moment. All right, so kind of need a description of 118. How many total pages?
One, and it's
So one-page photo?
correct, and it is 11:49:35, so about roughly 3 seconds before the shots were fired, and it says moved from safe to semi.
One moment. All right, Exhibit 118 will be a one-page photo with the timestamp of 11:49:35.
Okay. You agree that this is the moment that you switched from safe to semi or fire, correct?
I think it was slightly after I observed the victim.
And we can actually play it, but you don't disagree that it was about 3 seconds, maybe 3.2 seconds before you fired the shots that you switched from safety to fire.
I'm not sure what the timing is, but it was before the shots were fired.
Okay. And you had not, at that point, identified your target yet, correct?
Correct.
At this point in time, we're going to watch the video again. We're going to go through that. You have not seen the woman do this because she's still in the aisle, true?
Yes.
Right. You made the choice to switch from safe to fire before you saw her do this, true?
Yes.
Mr. Wright, when you say things like do this and you make a gesture,
Yes.
you describe for the record
I'm
what it is.
putting my arm up the way Officer Jones has multiple times where he said that he saw the woman putting her forearm and hand up in front of her face where my palm is facing the jury as if to protect herself from being hit or shot or something.
And the arm is at a 90-degree angle.
Thank you. Right on.
At the tip. Right on, thank you.
And that's correct. You made that choice before you saw her do that, true?
Believe so.
Okay. to Exhibit 257. Let's 11:48, like 50. And then give me. Sorry. 11:48. Move it back. Let's go to before the car. Back a little more. Okay. What's that? But it does pick up in a second, the car, true? Okay, go for it. Do you have audio right here?
Coat Factory. There's an additional call. I'll put it your stock.
What's discussed? The last description?
No description.
6830 direct. Yes, responding 2121 Victory Boulevard. The suspect entered into the business and now going on the second floor of the escalator. Additional 152. Crush 1582.
Stop that. So you're listening to these, correct?
Yeah, trying to gather as much info as possible.
It's very important to listen to these calls as you're arriving on the scene. That's giving you information, correct?
Yes,
Information could be very critical, correct?
yes,
Information could mean life or death, true?
yes,
And you just heard suspect is now going up escalators, correct?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, second floor.
Take down the drugs.
The piano party show is back down the street in public.
5843 out. 1583, Fairmont. 1583 is code robbery equipment.
What the frequency, please? And we're going to be.
They're saying you're code Robert equipped, correct?
Yes, I said that after I heard two other officers responding to a shooting call.
Correct. But they're now reporting that back. You're on your way, correct? That wasn't you saying code Robert equipped. That was someone on the radio saying you're equipped, correct?
I said after I heard the two shooting calls, I said show me responding code Robert equipped. Then the operator comes back and repeats it so everyone knows.
Yes, and that's what we just heard. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Moving up right now.
Just go. Kill Simon. Go.
On the frequency, we have one suspect, no hands with a blank lock.
Stop. That's an officer call, correct?
Yes, that's Officer Merzier.
And you told the investigating detective in the FID statement that you didn't hear that. Isn't that true?
I said I didn't recall. I never said definitely I did not hear it. I said I didn't recall at the time.
Under oath in your deposition, you said you didn't hear that also, true?
Yes, I think.
Right. So you tell the detective the FID statement, and then under oath, when our team takes your deposition, you say, I never heard those words, correct?
Do you have a page and line reference?
He acknowledged it, he remembers. I don't need to impeach him with it, but okay, it's there. You know that, you know your deposition.
Well, objection, Your Honor, that's completely inappropriate. 352, it's argumentative.
Well, it's not 352 or argumentative if it's in fact an
It's
inconsistent
not.
statement.
Counsel commenting on what's in a deposition without pulling it out, if it's in there, it's in there, but to highlight in front of the jury, that's completely inappropriate.
Okay.
I mean, the document's over 100 pages long.
Well, the witness said he remembered and acknowledged it. So if
Your Honor,
it's contrary to that, then you can find it in the
Your Honor,
deposition.
there is a proper procedure.
That's correct, and you didn't object. He acknowledged it. I was inquiring, and we're going to move forward.
Thank you. So we hear those words loud and clear, correct?
Yes, on the video.
And then you come to trial and you tell the jury that you did hear those words before going into the store, correct?
Like I said, on the video, yes, I hear it. At the time when I gave my FID statement, I said I didn't recall.
And in your deposition, you said you did not hear it, correct?
That's what you're saying. I'd have to have my memory refreshed.
If you're going to keep repeating it, I need a page and line reference. So we're going to strike that from the record at this point
Pull it
since
up.
it's been repeated a few times. The jury is to disregard that portion unless it's otherwise established.
You got the video clip of it? Yes, the clip. Good. Okay, we'll play the video clip.
Not until we get a page and line reference.
Yes.
I'll just move on and we'll come back to it.
Okay, just let me know. We'll get it. You agree that if you've been confused, like what you told the FID officer, thinking that the bike lock situation was a separate incident, then the shooting incident, that now as you're arriving and you've learned that the man's going up the escalators and Officer Mazur on the radio is saying one suspect, bike lock, no pants, that would direct you to, because we're talking about totality of circumstances, to knowing that of the two calls that have been made, the shooting and the bike lock call, that this is the bike lock call that you're responding to. Fair?
No, because just before he makes the comment about the bike lock and the suspect, you also heard my supervisor who was at scene, and you heard other officers responding to the same area, to the same location on the shooting call. So that's why I say it could be one of two things. We still didn't know how many suspects we had. We didn't know if there was one suspect, two suspect, a bike lock, a gun, or both.
You just heard one suspect.
That was information that was gathered outside. We don't know the time of it, and it still had not been verified by officers.
You don't know how he got that information. That is Officer Mazur telling everyone on the radio, one suspect, bike lock, no pants, correct?
Correct, but he hadn't entered the store yet.
You don't know, at that moment when you're pulling up, you don't know who is making that call, do you?
Yes, it's Officer Mazur.
Did he say Officer Mazur?
I recognize his voice.
He says he only, like knew you from the locker room at the station.
We haven't been partnered up in the same car, but I know him. I see him in roll call in the mornings. I see him at the end of watch. I see him at calls. I know what Officer Mazur's voice sounds like.
All right, let's back it up a hair, and then let's play it and move on through it.
We have one suspect, no pants with a bike lock. We are making contact. Have one unit come in from the east side. He's on the second floor.
So, where's Officer Mazur in this moment?
They've already entered the location.
Back it up a little bit. Keep backing it up. Okay. Where is he right now? Inside?
Yeah, I think he had just entered.
Back it up a little more. Okay. Right there. Where is he now?
Here, I don't know. I didn't have eyes on him at that point. I think I saw him as we were turning in before we stopped the vehicle. You could see them just now entering the location.
How many feet away were they from you?
I don't know.
50?
I can't give you a guess, and I don't know.
So you're saying, even from the car with the rain and everything else, you were able to identify that it was Officer Mazur at the front of the store just about to go in, right?
I saw officers going in, and then when they come on the radio say we're entering the location or we're making entry, I assumed it's them.
Were you able to identify that it was Officer Mazur and match up his voice with your senses?
I knew it was his voice on the radio.
Okay. All right, let's just move forward.
On the frequency, we have one suspect, no hands with a blank lock. We are making contact. Have a 1 unit come in from the east side. He's on the second floor.
Hey, pop the...
Now, let's just try to pin this down. Did you or did you not hear the words "one suspect, bike lock, no pants"? Did you or did you not?
On this video, I did. At the time that it happens, I can't recall whether I heard it or not.
Okay. Would you agree that of all the broadcasts that we had heard inside that vehicle as you were driving, that was the loudest one?
No. What do you mean the loudest one? From my volume?
We just played it. The one we could hear the most was that.
No, but they don't adjust the volume based on when the call. They all should have the same volume. I don't understand your question.
Well, it's not about adjusting the volume. Officer Mazur is making that communication on the frequency that has been held, and that's where we hear those words, correct?
Yes, I hear Officer Mazur on the video relaying that information, yes.
And we hear those words loud and clear. You use those words in law enforcement, correct?
Yes, on the body cam, they did pick it up loud and clear.
Okay. And the other things that we had heard, if the jury, will have this exhibit, listens to all the other calls as you were driving, they don't sound as loud and clear as the no pants, one suspect, bike lock call. Agreed?
I don't know. We'll have to listen to it again, but whatever you say.
Okay. So, is it because, as you told the FID officer, that you did not hear any officer call about a bike lock, no pants, one suspect? Is that the reason why right now you're getting that AR-15? Because you, in your mind, this is the shooter situation?
No, at this point, I'm thinking it could be either or, but I want to be prepared to handle any threat that comes to it.
Do you remember telling the FID officer that as you're going to that store, you think this is a live shooter who is shooting and killing people?
An objection, Your Honor. I think it's inappropriate.
Objection to overruled. Do you remember saying that or no?
At this time, I thought there was a possibility.
My question is, do you remember telling the FID officer, not that it was a possibility, but that you believed before you went into that store, that this was a live shooter shooting and killing people?
Yes, that was one of the thoughts in my mind. I believe it could have been an active shooter where people were dying.
That's what you told the FID officer, correct?
Yes.
Because if you are getting that AR-15 and you go in and you end up shooting and killing two people, you knew at the time that if you told them that the belief was that this was a guy shooting and killing people, that would help justify the shooting, true?
No, I'm not that nefarious. That's a character attack. I'm just trying to do the job to the best of my ability, and for you to think I'm premeditating some nonsense?
Well, sir, it doesn't matter what Mr. Rowley thinks, and that's not what it's getting into. It's just simply asking a question that goes to show an issue of potential bias.
Absolutely not.
Yes, we'll have a sidebar with the reporter.
Seated and come to order. Department A is again in session.
One moment, Mr. Rowley.
Okay. All right. like to be 36 with the captions, correct?
94 is with captions. 36 is without.
Okay. I'd like to play Exhibit 94. That is Exhibit 36 with the captions that we've shown you guys.
Sure. Understood. Yes, Your Honor, there's an agreement on that.
Okay, thank you. Just so you folks know, every time there's an agreement, that's a sidebar we don't have to have. So every time you hear that, you should be very happy. Those sidebars are things that just, they can't be helped, unfortunately, but there's very few of them relative to a case that's this important and complex. So I'm just letting you know, we are trying to minimizing them, but sometimes they have to be done.
All right. Yep. And then I'm going to move Exhibit 117, which is 2 pages into evidence. That's what I showed you guys.
Yes.
You don't need to move that now. We'll do that at the end since it's stipulated to.
Okay.
Still publish it.
Sure. Okay. So you know what? Let's go 117, 1 and 2 first.
Actually, I don't have 117. You can still put it up, but I don't have 117 marked. So what? Two pages of photos?
Yes, this is 114931, which is 117-1. It says Jones, slow down, slow down, slow down, Jones. And it comes from Officer Jordan Head's body-worn footage.
Hold on.
Exhibit. And that's 114931 seconds.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to mark Exhibit 117 is 3 pages of photos with the timestamp 1149.31 through 1149.38. That's just the broad category. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So this is Officer, we went through Officer Mazur's body cam, and I think Mr. Fraj did that where he's saying slow down. You know, correct? You saw that?
Officer Mazur's body worn? Yes, sir.
And now this is Officer Jordan Head's body cam footage, and you've seen that, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
You'd agree that 1149.31, about 7 to 8 seconds before the shooting, Officer Head is saying, Jones, slow down, slow down, slow down, Jones.
I'm not sure who's saying it. I know it's probably being picked up on his body cam, but I'm not sure if that's Officer Head or if that's Mazur's just being picked up on Officer Head's body cam.
Okay, we'll see if you can distinguish between Officer Head's voice and Officer Mazur's voice.
Okay.
When we play it. Circuit 117-2. That's 1149.36 seconds, about 2 to 3 seconds before the shooting. Correct?
Timing-wise, I'm not sure, but I'll take your word for it.
It says, we're going to listen to it. Hold up, Jones, hold up, hold up. You recall hearing those words, correct?
Yes, I believe that was Officer Head.
And then 117-3 is the other one. Can we pull that up, please? And this is the 38-second mark, right as the shots are being fired. I got. You heard him say I got, right?
At the time, I don't think so, but after watching his body-worn video, yes, I heard him say that.
You heard it from the body-worn footage. You don't remember if you heard it in live time, correct?
Correct.
All right. So let's now play. Let's go through Officer Jordan Head's footage, Exhibit 94, which will move into evidence. Let's start it. Yeah. Start at the beginning. Actually, let's go to the store when they're in the store for time's sake. Yeah. Is there audio? Do I need to?
All right. Hey, careful with that up there.
Fit? Let Jordan hit him with that 40, all right? Hey, get up there. You're handcuffed to me.
Yeah, hold up. We got a lot of shit up here.
Let Jordan get up there with that 40. You recognize that as Officer Mazur's voice, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And agree that a 40 isn't something, if there's a live shooter, a 40 is not what you want to be fighting a live shooter with, correct?
Yes, and actually, he should have had it lethal out at this point.
He should have had his lethal out, and not the non-lethal, correct?
When you're forming a diamond formation, the intermediate force options aren't on the flanks or point or rear guard. If you do have it, you're going to put it in the very back or in the middle.
Unless you think the person has a bike lock and not a gun, right?
But nothing had been confirmed yet, so...
You don't know, because you're not even in the store yet.
Correct.
Right? In terms of what's been confirmed, you have no idea what these officers know, correct?
Correct, but from the video, they hadn't confirmed anything.
Well, hold on. You're giving opinions about, okay, I'll withdraw that. Let's continue, it's fine. Audio.
Get that tube up in front.
Hold up, there's somebody in the back corner over there.
Diamond formation.
Yeah.
You hear that? There's someone in the back corner over there?
Yes, I heard it on the video.
Okay. But again, you weren't there yet, right?
No.
All right, let's play.
Give me a second. Okay, do me a favor. All of you, you want them out?
LAPD, all victims come to us.
This way,
All
out.
victims come out.
Are you hearing yet? Are you in the store yet and hearing all victims come out?
I'm not sure if I'm in the foyer or in the bottom of the escalator. I'm not sure at this time.
Okay. Did you ever hear that? All victims come out at any point? Do you remember?
I don't recall.
Okay.
Mr. Rowley is new, and we'll have to take our new recess. All right, folks, we're going to recess till 1:30. Remember the admonition. We'll see everyone back at 1:30. Thank you. Next, we have our witness, Officer Jones, on the stand. You continue your examination, Mr. Rowley.
I'm going to go back to something that your lawyer asked you yesterday on the direct examination portion about Officer Mazur telling you to sling the AR-15.
Okay.
Okay? And I just want to pin it down. Did you ever hear Officer Mazur tell you to sling that with regard to the AR-15?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I would like to read from the witness's deposition. Page 98, line 13 to 19.
One moment.
Actually, I'd prefer to just read to line 16 because after the answer and the first sentence, it's kind of non-responsive.
So 13 through 16?
Correct.
Okay, give me a moment.
You said page 98?
Yes, page 98.
Mr. Bajorkas?
I have no objection, or I think this has actually been read before, but that's okay. I have it marked down on mine as.
Okay. Do you want are you okay with the abridged portion, or do you need the full thing? It seems like the abridged portion is the applicable part.
That's fine, all right.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Rowley.
Thank you. Question. Did you ever hear Officer Mazur tell you to sling that with regard to the AR-15? Answer, no. I believe he was speaking about the less lethal option. That was your deposition testimony, true?
Yes.
And did you have a helmet in your, that you could use that would provide protection in a shooter situation in your vehicle?
Objection beyond the scope, 352, relevance thereof.
Objections overruled.
Yes.
And that helmet would be something that if a shot was fired at your head, that would protect you, yes?
Objection lacks foundation, calls for speculation, assumes facts not evidence.
Okay, you can lay a foundation as to what he knows about the helmet that he has.
The helmet that you had, is one of the purposes of the helmet protection?
Yes.
Protection from assaults with a deadly weapon, yes?
Yes, you can say that.
Protection from a bullet?
Possibly, yes.
You left your helmet in the car, true?
Yes.
Okay. When you were talking about yesterday about putting your hands on officers to let them know you are there, you actually grabbed and pulled an officer back, correct?
Yeah, I guess you can say that. I was trying to kind of move through and kind of reposition to get through there. We're handling weapons, and part of that positive touch is also, hey, trying to guide or move as you're moving along.
But the officer with the shotgun, you grabbed him and you pulled him back, correct?
If that's what the video shows, so yes.
No, I'm going to approach really quick and just refresh his recollection for the sake of time, page 70, line 8 and 9 of the deposition.
From what?
The deposition.
Again, just...
Yeah, yes, sir. Page 70, line 8 to 9.
Okay, thank you.
See that?
Yes, I do.
Right. So the officer you pulled back may have had a shotgun, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And I apologize. This is the FID. I'm sorry about that. Statement. All right. Let's go back to the body cam. Exhibit 257. All right. This is officer head body cam, correct? All right. We're going to stick with that.
You said 257.
I know. So we're just going to stick with this since you have it up. I'll get through that. All right. Play.
Out that way, now. Hey.
Stop. You're coming up. You're actually already up those stairs. That's you on the right, correct?
Right where?
Right here. That's you in the center of the screen at 11:49:11 seconds.
By the pillar, yes. I believe so.
That's you by the pillar. You had just come up, correct?
Correct.
You had just been told to sling that, correct?
Yeah. Climb into my sling, yes, for safe weapons retention.
Okay. The officers that are in front of you include an officer with a shotgun, and then over on the left you have the officer with the less lethal, correct?
I assume whatever the video shows, I'm not sure who you're talking about. To my left, there's
Actually,
3 or 4 officers to my left.
back it up a little bit. Okay. Oh, there we go. A little more. A little more. A little more. More. There we go. Okay. 11:49:08. You saw those people coming out that had been hiding, correct?
Yeah, I think we crossed paths.
Okay. So now, in your mind, we're going to talk about totality of circumstances and reasonableness. Fair?
Sure.
Okay. So with totality of circumstances, you are now learning, as you are up there at the top of the escalator, that there are people in that store, correct?
Yes, I see them.
Okay. Please move forward.
Hey.
You hear the victim down, correct?
Yes.
The officers are moving towards that area. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, press play.
Hold up. Matt, hold up. Where's he at?
Back it up a hair. Okay, oh, right there. So, totality of circumstances. You've said over and over again that you believe this was a live shooter situation where there was a man shooting and killing people. Recall? Yes?
Well, I hadn't verified. It could either be a shooting, a bike lock, or both.
Okay. So, at this point in time, you don't know. Is that your testimony now?
On the video at this point, do I know exactly what's happening?
Yeah.
No, we haven't verified it.
Would you agree that if this is a live shooter situation, if we're looking at the totality of circumstances, and we see a woman there stepping out, still having like clothes in her hands, that wouldn't make much sense if this is a live shooter situation where people are being, shot and killed? But wouldn't you agree that it'd be kind of odd to see a woman, still with clothes in her hand shopping?
I don't think I was processing the fact that she's shopping and just carrying clothes. We just want to get her out of there.
Well, you're making sure you're looking at everybody and seeing what they have in their hands, right?
Right. I don't know if that's clothes that she picked off a rack, if that's her jacket that she had in her hands. I don't know. I'm not itemizing the items in her hand.
Okay. Moving forward a few frames. Okay. Back it up a little bit. All right. And again, what we're seeing with the body cam is a fisheye lens. With the human eye, you're going to see things more clearly. Yes?
Objection, I think it lacks foundation, calls for speculation.
At this point, I'm going to sustain the objection. This is cumulative and has been asked and answered.
Press play.
Get out. Hold up. He's got a tube.
Okay, so you got it? Hold up, he's got a tube. Tube is shotgun, yes?
Generally, yes, but it can mean any long-barreled weapon.
He's telling you, hold up, he's got a tube. True?
Well, objection lacks foundation, calls for speculation.
The objection is sustained.
Are you being told right now that to hold up, someone's got a tube?
I don't know if he's talking to me or talking to Officer Escobar, seeing how I'm coming past him with the rifle. Any long barrel weapon, we can call it tube. Shotgun, long barrel rifle, tube.
Okay. Right here on the left, so we see you with your AR-15, and we see the non-lethal right next to you, correct?
Believe so, yes.
And this is 11:49:23 seconds, correct?
Actually, I think Officer Escobar is in between me, and so it's me, Officer Escobar, and then Jordan Head and less lethal.
Correct, but my question was, it's 11:49:23 seconds.
Yes, based on the clock on the screen, yes.
About 15 seconds before the shooting, correct?
Assume based on the timing.
Press play.
Yeah, I know, but I know that. He's hitting straight on the right, to the right. To the right?
The slow down. Back that up, please. That's at 11. Okay, right there. 11:49:29 seconds. So this is about 9 seconds before the shooting. That's someone else other than Officer Mazur telling you to slow down, correct?
I'd have to hear it again, I'm not sure.
Let's play it back and hear it again.
Slow down, Jones.
Okay, stop. It's not just Officer Mazur telling you to slow it down. Other officers are telling you to slow it down too, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just play.
Slow down. Slow down. Oh.
Did you see someone trying to reach at the back of your belt
Yes.
as they're saying slow it down?
Yes.
Okay, this is about 4 seconds before the shooting, yes?
Based on the timing, yeah. I wasn't keeping track of timing there. So.
Press play.
Hold up, John. Hold up.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, Jones. Hold up, hold up. That's now Officer Head saying that to you, correct?
Yes.
So you've had multiple officers telling you to slow it down, one officer trying to grab at your belt, and Officer Head saying, hold up, Jones, hold up, Jones, hold up, correct?
Well, it was Officer Head who said slow down, then it was Officer Head who touched my belt. So it's the same officer, sir. So.
Let's play. I got. You saw that, correct?
Yes.
Should be full. Up to 38. Play.
I got it. 47.
Run it through. Okay. Now we're going to go to Exhibit 92. That's Officer Escobar's body cam footage that we haven't seen yet. Yes, and we're moving that into evidence. Exhibit 92. There's no objection to that.
No objection at all.
You don't need to move it in until the end unless there's an objection. That'll be moved in at the end.
And let's go to 11:49, 15. Okay, right there. Actually, let's back up. One more. Okay, right there. So, 11:48.
Diamond formation, guys.
Get that tube up in front. You're not up there yet, correct?
No, that's the only tube along rifle that they, or weapon they have at the time.
Okay, that's 11:48:50 is where we stop. Let's play.
Diamond formation. Diamond formation, guys. Let me get another team.
LAPD, all victims come to us. All victims come out.
I'm gonna push you so I can see that.
Okay.
Mask hold.
Hold. You got a guy right here? Holding.
No hands. Victim down. Victim down.
Slow down.
Who's that saying slow down, slow down? It's not Mazur, right?
Maybe it was Escobar.
Yeah. Let's play.
Cross. I got point. Come on out.
Somebody just told Officer Kraus that he had point, correct?
Yes.
Right as the woman is coming out with the clothes in her hand, correct?
Yes.
And this is 11:49, 20 seconds, correct?
Yes.
And that's Officer Escobar saying he's got point with the tube, correct?
Yes. Prior to him knowing I was there.
Press play.
Out. He's got a tube. You got it?
And there you come. Just after he says, I got point, you move right in front of him, don't you?
Yes, and he asked me, hey, do you got it?
Yeah. You moved in front of him with an AR-15 and you actually pulled him back, didn't you?
Because you guys have a better weapon system in that situation.
I know. I'm going to move to strike as non-responsive.
The answer is stricken.
Thank you.
Sure, if a question could be answered yes or no, answer it yes or no.
Okay.
Can I have the question read back, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
You moved in front of him with an AR-15 and you actually pulled him back, didn't you?
Can we watch the video? See if I actually pulled him back or if I just put my hand on him?
Sure.
You can see it on this one.
You can't see it on this face.
Well, we just went over your testimony where you said you pulled back the officer with the shotgun, correct?
I don't recall. Maybe.
It was just a little bit ago. That's okay. Let's just, but now, 23 seconds, about 15 point something seconds before the shooting, you had placed yourself up front at point right after Officer Escobar said he had point without anyone telling you to do that, correct?
Yes.
Without asking anybody what intel, what information they had received having gotten to the scene before you, correct?
Yes, there wasn't time.
That's play.
You got it? Yeah, okay. On your six. Straight ahead on the right hand side. Slow down, partner, slow down, partner.
Stop. And now Officer Escobar, who had point that you moved in front of, he's telling you to slow it down too, correct?
Yes.
Go back a hair. Second. Okay. He says, slow down, partner, correct?
He's already answered yes. This is cumulative. We're going to need to move this along in a more rapid manner, Mr. Rowley.
At 11:49:30, this is about 8 seconds before the shooting. Yes?
If you say so, sir.
Okay, press play.
Slow it down. Shots fired. Officer needs help. I got him. Get his hands up. Hey, turn out.
We're going to go to Officer Krause's video cam, Exhibit 37. Let's go to 11:49 even.
Show exhibit number.
37.
Thank you.
Press play.
Yeah, I'm gonna push you up so I can see right here. Yeah, we got a guy right here. No pants.
Did you see the man kind of go into? Were you able to see it on this body cam? See the man that he was saying no pants kind of go into the aisle?
No.
Let's bring it back a little bit. See him up there?
Oh, yeah, I see him.
Okay.
That's at 11:49:07.
Correct. Thank you. Now, as you're coming up, press play.
No pants.
Stop. You just looked right, correct?
Yes.
Did you, as you're coming up the escalator, and he says no pants, and you look right, is that because you heard him say what he just said about no pants?
No, I believe it's as you're coming up the escalator, you can't see, it just opens up. And I see everyone's attention is kind of pointed in that direction. So I just quickly peeked to my right just to see it's open space.
Okay. Press play.
Oh, wait, we have a victim down! Victim down! Push! Wait, he's got a tube.
He's got a tube. You're being told that he's got a tube, correct?
I don't believe so.
Flip back. Go again.
Go down! Wait, he's got a tube.
Stop. Did you see?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so he's reaching for you, telling you he's got a tube, right?
Yes.
And that's because he's been put up there along with the other officers in this diamond formation at the direction of Officer Mazur, correct?
Objection lacks foundation, calls for speculation.
Sustained.
Press play.
He's hitting behind to the right, where the fitting room.
Go back a little. Did you hear that? He's hitting?
Yes, I heard it on his
Is
body.
the objection big and ambiguous as to time? Are we talking about on the video or at the time of the incident?
I think it's obvious it's from the video that just played, so the objection's overruled.
Press play.
Behind to the right, where the fitting room. Fitting room.
I'm sorry. I don't think you went back. Okay, press play.
Wait, he's got a tube. He's hitting behind to the right, where the fitting room. Fitting room.
Did you hear Officer Krause say he's hitting her to the right near the fitting rooms?
At the moment, I don't recall if I heard that or not, because I had already kind of taken off. I was in front.
So you might have heard it, you just don't remember it.
Possibly.
When we see on body cam, we can see the fitting rooms from the body cam, correct?
Yes, but you see my head pointing forward, sir.
The body cam is pointed forward too, isn't it?
But it has a fisheye lens.
Press play. Now we're going to look at Officer Suarez's body cam, Exhibit 40. Let's go to 11:48:50. Actually, go back. Oh, that's okay. Let's I want to make sure. Let's just go forward to 11:48:50. Is that fine?
That's fine.
Yeah. Make sure I showing what we agreed to. Okay. 11:48:50, please. And Officer Suarez is your partner, correct?
Yes.
What?
Hey, got information, guys. All victims! LAPD! All victims come to us! All victims come out! We are trying to swear everybody to care. I want to push up so we see them. Okay. Manhole. Yeah, we got a guy right here. No pants.
And whether, can you tell us whether you heard that? We got a guy right here, no pants, at that moment. Do you remember if you heard that or not?
I'm not sure because I think at that moment I saw him to get back, get back. You can actually see my hand where I'm gesturing. Hey, get back, get distance.
Okay. And before, as you're coming up, that's when they announce diamond formation. You heard that too, correct?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Mr. Rowley, if you can just, sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's not, but if you can clarify, heard that, you need to clarify on the video just now or at the time of the incident.
Certainly.
This time it was a little ambiguous.
And that's, I'm asking if you heard it at the time. Do you remember?
Oh, I don't remember.
Okay. I'd like to move Exhibit 119. Did I move that into evidence yet? The 119, 1, 2, and 3.
Hold on, I have to mark it. right, 119 will be 3 pages of photographs with the time marks 11:49:29 through 11:49:33, and it'll be admitted at the end of your case in chief. There's no, there's a stipulation to this, correct?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm getting there. Okay. I'd like to pull up Exhibit 111. All right. Exhibit 111 shows Officer Jordan Head, who we just heard saying, "I got," right next to you, correct?
I don't think this shows an accurate depiction on where we're positioned, just based on this camera view.
Okay. My question is, does it show him right next to you?
It shows him next to me.
That was it. And again, we do see fitting rooms, yes?
Fitting rooms are to the right, yes, of the alley down here.
Now, down this aisle, you notice there's an entryway here?
Yes, on this video, yes.
Where the W is at, underneath the red that says fitting rooms, there's a W. Kind of looks like maybe women's.
Yes, I see it on the screen.
To the left, there's an opening there, correct?
Yes, I can see that.
And that's in the wall right next to that. To the left of that opening is where your bullet went through and hit Valentina, yes?
No, sir.
It went this way, to the right?
Can I show him where the bullet went through?
Sure, yes.
Here,
Here, I got it. Yeah, me. You want to do it up there? Or?
Whichever's easier.
Sure.
The bullet went through this wall, not over here.
Please identify for the record where he's pointing.
The bullet went through this wall, not over here.
Just for the record, the witness is indicating.
Suspect was here.
Hold on a second, sir. We just,
I just want to make sure.
Yes,
So
go
the
ahead.
witness is indicating, Your Honor, basically on this Exhibit 111, I believe it is, or I forget, but it's basically indicating the opening that's to the left of the furthermost post that is in red, is that correct? And then it's also below the last portion left of the fitting room, is that correct?
Yes, so this is where the bullet went through. We were over here.
Okay.
Indicating just the record on the other side of the aisle?
Yes, on the opposite side of this aisle. So this portion, this blank wall, would be the portion of wall that I would see behind the suspect.
Is there a
Just
metal?
for the record, that'll be the aisle to the left as we're looking at this video in the eastbound direction?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. Okay. I'm going to go back to Exhibit 257. I'm almost done here. I'd like to go to right when Officer Jones is halfway up the escalator. We're at 11:49:02. Go ahead and press play.
Hey, get this stuff. Hey, the victim down! Victim down! Hey, slow down!
grabbed and kind of pulled 3 different people, correct?
Yes.
All right. And you told the jury yesterday that you saw a lot of blood. Okay? You recall that?
At what point in time did I say that?
Now, do you recall testifying that you saw a lot of blood at some point?
Yes, at some point.
You said you saw a lot of blood on the floor as you were approaching her, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I want you to stop, or tell us when to stop so you can show us where you saw a lot of blood on the floor before you saw, like, the suspect, okay?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
He's hitting right on the right hand side.
Hey, she's bleeding! Stop. I'm sorry. Now can I stand up?
Sure,
Just
sure.
Stop.
We see the drops, right?
No, that's not it.
That's not it? Okay, okay.
Can we stop?
Yes, yeah.
Can I use the point?
Yeah.
Or 11:49:35.
Oh, that's easier. So there's little drops all along here. I'm pointing to the floor, along the corridor, drops. And you see here too. I think my UPR kind of blocked me, but if you go frame by frame.
Let's back it up, frame by frame. Should we back it up first?
No, just go forward.
Go forward? Okay.
Yeah. Blood.
Okay, that's the blood you're talking about?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And for the record, when they had originally stopped, the officer was referring to pointing to the floor, which was through the area between the sling and the lower part of the rifle for the receiver.
So move it back a bit. There was something that occurred. Back. Okay, here we go. Press play.
Back up. Get out. He's got a 2. You got it? Yeah. Okay. All right. He's hitting right on the right hand side.
Back it up a hair. Notice you take your hand and you point right. This is your body cam. You see that?
Yes.
You point right. Back it up a bit. Let's see if we can hear anything as you're pointing right. Go ahead.
He's hitting right on the right hand side.
What were you doing?
Because I took the spot from the point position, I believe he's going to have my right flank. So I'm going to just cover to the right.
Okay, all right. Let's play. Back up a hair. Back. Okay. Did you just look down an aisle to the right?
I'm not sure. I know that's when I started slowing down. So when I manipulate the weapon, I bring it a little closer to me so it looks like I'm canting. Just so I have it here, I go here. So my shirt's gonna move with the rotation of my shoulders and the weapon.
And we're stopped at 11:49:32.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, let's play.
Hey, she's bleeding. She's bleeding.
We're back a few frames.
What about, what's our,
That was where it went to 11:40, but we're going to back it up. We're going to go back frame by frame by frame. Frame by frame by frame by frame by frame. Okay, right there. Okay, a little more. Okay. All right. Move forward with the frame. Oh, and then we're at 11:49:38. Move forward with the frame. Okay, stop right there. Your body cam shows 11:49:38 a round object in the suspect's hand who's about 15 feet away from the victim, yes?
Yes.
Did you see me with your eyes at this point?
I'm sorry, say it again?
Did you see the suspect with your eyes at this point in time, 11:49:38?
I'm not sure if I was actually looking at him yet or looking at his jacket or identifying him as a suspect.
Let's move it back. Okay, 11:49:37. Are you able to see him here? Probably not.
I'm not sure.
Move it back. Back. Okay. That's 11:49:36. Now we're going to move forward frame by frame. Tell us when you think you first saw the suspect. Say when.
Now,
Now?
yep. But I immediately see his jacket first, and then I work my way down to what's in his hands.
Okay. It's 11. So we're at 11:49:38 is when you identified for the judge and the jury that you first saw the suspect. Yes?
Yes, portions of him.
Okay. Move forward one frame. Move forward another frame.
So it's
Okay. Now 11:49. We're still at 38, but we've gone 3 frames forward.
2.
2. Okay.
Yes, sir.
One more frame. Another frame. Another frame. Okay. The Superman poster that he's holding, that's not something that you had identified or known about until after the shooting. Fair?
Well, I thought he was holding something. I just didn't know it was a Superman poster. It kind of blends in with the color of his jacket, so I wasn't sure what it was.
Okay. Move forward a few frames. Right there. So 11:49:39. At this point, you have shot the suspect, correct?
I'm not sure. I can't.
Let's
We'd
back it
have to
up.
play the video.
A few seconds. Sure. Let's back it up. I'll tell you when. Okay, move forward frame by frame. We're going to go to where Officer Jones said he first saw the victim. Saw the suspect. Right there. Now, we're going to move forward 11:49:38. We're going to press play. Not yet. To after the shots are fired. Press play. Get up. We're backing it up to a few seconds before it. Press play again and stop as that first shot's fired. Try to stop it. Okay? That's the first shot that was just fired, correct?
Yes.
You shot him in the back, yes?
Objection been asked and answered.
The objection is sustained.
Gotcha. Do you know, sitting here today, whether you shot him in the back?
Again, objection, Your Honor, has been asked and answered.
Sustained.
Go back. No. Too far. Let's go to 11:30, 11:49:38. Back a bit. Right. Okay. One more. One more. One more. Okay, right there. Okay. Press play and then stop it after the third shot. Would you agree that at the time you fired your third shot, the suspect was already falling down?
At the time,
Again, objections big and ambiguous as to time.
Overruled.
at the time I fired my third shot, I was still in my optics, so I saw him moving to the right and down. I don't know if he was on the ground at that point or if he was falling or running.
Okay, let's back it up. Forward. Forward. Okay. Stop it after the first shot again. I have a question. Go. Okay, we'll just, right there. Between the first shot and the second shot, your testimony to the jury was that you had done an assessment. Please tell us what assessment you did in between the first shot and the second shot that we just heard and saw.
So once you are up on a target, so if you're up on a target, whether that's through a scope or optic like this, or whether it's your handgun with the iron sights, when you're focusing in on a target, everything else around you is blurry. You're focusing in on the sight. So in this instance, I'm focusing on seeing that red and blue of his jacket move. So as it's moving, he is still a threat. His movement is still a threat until I see him stop moving, or I believe he has fallen to the ground and is no longer a threat. That's when I stop firing. There's no legal or LAPD policy that discusses what an actual
I'm going to move the
assessment
strike
is
as
or time.
non-responsive.
The latter portion is non-responsive with regard to legal or LAPD policy, but the description of the assessment will remain.
So your testimony is that your assessment is that you're looking through there, everything else is blurry except what you see through the scope, correct?
Yes, my right eye's closed. I'm focused on hopefully what I believe is his center body mass, and which I believe is covered with the red and blue jacket. So I'm trying to track that red and blue jacket as it's moving from my left to right.
So that's the assessment you're doing. You're assessing the movement of the target.
Yes, because I believe he had already had a gun at the time and was coming up to shoot. So now I just got to get a good sight picture and track him until he stops.
Move it back. Okay. Now, back. Okay. Press play, move forward. We're at 22. Go.
You got it.
You're looking straight, correct? At 11:49:26?
I'm not sure.
With lack foundation calls for speculation.
The objection is sustained.
At 11:49:26, what direction do you believe you were looking?
My camera's looking straight. I'm not sure if I'm still manipulating the weapon or getting in my sling, so I'm not sure if I'm looking down or straight ahead, or I'm not sure. I can't give you a definite answer where my head was right there.
Okay. We're going to press play and you tell us when you think you were looking straight. Fair?
Well, objection, I think it's going to lack foundation calls for speculation.
I can't do that.
The objection is sustained.
Press play.
All right, inside.
Hey, she's bleeding! She's bleeding!
Okay. So behind the man at this moment in time, we're at 11:49:38. Move a frame forward. Forward. Okay. What do you see back to the left of the man? Okay. Right under where it says axon body on the screen. What do you see there?
But some type of rack or the heart?
No, right up here under axon. This.
The silver part in the white.
The shelving or a rack? I don't know what that is. Like some type of where they hang the hearts there. I'm not sure.
Does that look to you like something that, might roll up and then there's a window there?
If you know, sir.
No, I mean, no.
Okay. So, bring it back a few frames. Go. Right there. Okay. At this point in time, we're at 11:49:38. Have you done an assessment of the wall, the background, to assess what is on the other side of your potential target yet, at this point in time with what we see on the camera?
Objection assumes facts not in evidence, and the Black's Foundation calls for speculation to see something on the other side of a wall.
Not what I said.
That's not my understanding, so the objection's overruled.
I'm sorry?
Could I have the question read back?
Have you done an assessment of the wall, the background, to assess what is on the other side of your potential target yet at this point in time with what we see in the camera?
I don't think at this point in time I did, because I don't know.
Okay. So we're gonna move forward a frame, another frame, okay, right there. At this point in time, we've moved forward 3 frames. Have you assessed the background to determine what is beyond your potential target?
No, because I hadn't decided to shoot at that point.
Hold that for a second. If you haven't decided to shoot yet at that point, then you agree that you weren't following your training by already having your AR-15 off of safe. True?
For safe handling, yes, I didn't have the AR-15 off of safe yet. I mean, I had the AR-15 off of safe,
yes,
but that's not a rule. That's for safe handling. That doesn't mean you can't shoot. That's not a policy.
You agree that your training was, you were trained that when you were given this weapon, the AR-15, that you are not, tactically speaking, supposed to move that lever to the fire position if you don't see what you're going to be shooting at. True?
Generally speaking, yes. But
okay.
Exigent circumstances sometimes cause for deviations.
Okay, so if you haven't assessed the background beyond your target yet, we're gonna press play again. You did an assessment of what was beyond your target in between the time where we had just stopped and these 3 rounds being fired?
Yes. Would you like me to explain it?
No.
Okay.
Those are all the questions I have.